Welcome my dear friends and students. In today's video, I am going to explain the application of Pascal law. We have to consider the two things, that is the hydraulic lift and hydraulic brakes. Now, yesterday we had seen what do you mean by Pascal law. So when we apply some force on the particular point of fluid which is enclosed in that fluid which is at rest position, then whatever the pressure experienced by that point, that is equally transmitted to all the points. That is the Pascal law. Now we have to use that Pascal law in these two things. The first one, that is the hydraulic lift. Now all of you know that the function of lift is, that is just to lift the heavy load with the help of small force, and that heavy load can be able to move from one place to another place. So here, that's why I write here the first thing, hydraulic lift is used to lift, to move the heavy load using the small force. Which is the law we use here? Obviously it is a Pascal law. So that's why I write the second point, the working of lift based on Pascal law. Now this hydraulic lift consists of a tank. Actually that are the two cylinders which are interconnected. Two containers which are interconnected with each other, containing two pistons. So here these are the two pistons. Here I name as S1 and S2. These two pistons having the area of cross section which are unequal. That is A1 with the area of cross section of first piston, that is the S1, and A2 with the area of cross section of second piston, in such a way that the area of second pistons is very greater than area of the first piston. And here certain fluid that is present in both the cylinder, that is the container. So here the third point I wrote here, a tank containing fluid is fitted with the two piston S1 and S2. Now S1 has a smaller area of cross section, that is the A1, and S2 having the greater area of cross section, that is the A2. Now if we apply some force on the first piston, that is S1, so let F1 be the force acting on the piston S1. Now whatever the force we are applying here on the piston having area of cross section A1, it means we are applying certain pressure here. Now whatever the force applying on the piston on particular area, now that causes the pressure, and this pressure is then transmitted toward the other piston, and here it is observed that this second piston experiences the force, and because of which it is observed that that piston move in upward direction. Here we are applying a very small force, and with the help of that small force, whatever the pressure created here, that pressure is equally transmitted toward the second piston having the greater area, and causes here the more pressure, and that's why a heavy load is able to lift with the help of this machine. This is the simple working of a hydraulic lift. Now whatever I write here, if we apply the force F1 on the smaller piston S1, in which direction? In downward direction. Then what happens? Certain pressure will be generated here. That pressure, if we consider, we can consider it as a P1, or we can consider it as simply P. that is equal to F1 by A1, which will be transmitted to the smaller to bigger piston, that is S1 to S2, in such a way that now this piston that will experience the force which is a F2. Now here if we consider P2, that is the pressure, that is P2 equal to F2 by A2. Therefore, we can write F2 equal to P2 into A2. Now according to Pascal law, whatever the pressure we increase at one point, that is equally transmitted to the other point. So that's why we can take P1 equal to P2. So if we consider P2 equal to P1, put the value of F2 upon A2, that is the value of P2. F1 upon A1, that is the value of P1. So we can write here, if we move this A2 here, then we have F2 equal to F1 in bracket A2 by A1. It means the force created at the piston of second cylinder that is greater than the whatever the force here applied here. That is because F2 equal to F1 into A2 by A1. Now A2 by A1, that must be greater than 1 because A2 is very greater. So this is how the hydraulic lift works. So in order to explain this concept, let us consider a very simple Now in order to explain this concept, I just consider these two cylinders as a two cylinder and that are interconnected with the help of this tube. Now consider this cylinder having the piston. This is considered as a piston having area of cross section A1. This is considered the second cylinder having piston, that is A2. Here you will be clearly observe that area of cross section of second piston that will be greater than area of cross section of first piston. Now here that two cylinders are interconnected with the help of this tube, and here I use the liquid as a water. Now whatever the force applied on the smaller area of cross section of piston. Now here if I apply some force on this piston, if I apply the force on this piston, now I am applying a force on a smaller area of cross section of piston, that is S1. Whatever the force applied on this piston, if we apply this force, now look at the movement of second piston. Now it will move in upward direction. It will slowly move in upward direction. So from that we can easily clear that whatever the pressure applied here, that is transfer from one piston to other piston, which clearly indicate that whatever the pressure applied at this place, that is equally transferred to the other place. Now consider the second application of a Pascal law, that is the hydraulic brake. The system of hydraulic brake is as shown in this diagram. It consists of the important one, that is the master cylinder, and the four slave cylinders that are interconnected as shown in this figure. Now every cylinder has piston. Now these four slave cylinders that are identical, and here the piston of four cylinders, that is the slave cylinders, having the same area of cross section, that is A2, and the area of cross section of the master cylinder is A1. Now the relation between them is in such a way that here the area of cross section of a slave cylinder is greater than area of cross section of a master cylinder. Now this piston of master cylinder is connected with the brake pedal, and here these cylinders are interconnected with the help of tube in which there is a fluid, that is the brake oil, which is incompressible. Now these tubes are called as the hydraulic tubes. These 4 cylinders are called as the slave cylinders because it obey whatever the function of that master cylinder, whatever tell them, that will be followed by the slave cylinder. Now here let us consider how that hydraulic brake works. The first point is that all of you know the function of brake, just to slow down as well as stop the vehicle. So that's why I write the first thing. Hydraulic brakes are used to slow down or stop the vehicle. Obviously it is the application of Pascal law. That's why it's based on the principle of Pascal law. Now here figure shows the construction of that hydraulic brake. Now you have to start the working of that hydraulic brake from this point. Now when you apply a small force on that brake pedal, let us consider F be the force that is acting on that brake pedal. So because of the force acting on that brake pedal, and that brake pedal is connected to the piston of master cylinder. So that's why this piston will move in forward direction. Whatever the force applied on that brake pedal, because of this force, this piston having area of cross section A1, that will move in forward direction. Now here whatever the pressure applied here, because of the movement of this piston in forward direction, now it is interconnected with these 4 slave cylinders. Because of the motion of this piston in forward direction, now here whatever the pressure applied at this point, that is equally transmitted to all these 4 slave cylinders. The pressure applied at a single point of a master cylinder, that is equally transmitted to the 4 that slave cylinder. Now because of which whatever the pressure applied here, that is transmitted through the oil, and that pressure act on the piston of every slave cylinder. Now here this piston experience some force, and that's why these pistons also move in forward direction. Now these pistons that are connected with the brake pedals, that are connected with the certain brake pads, and that brake pads trap or hold that vehicle in proportion with the pressure transfer, because of which that vehicle decreases the speed or stop. That is the important function. So what I write here, by pressing the brake pedal, the piston of master cylinder is pushing forward direction. As a result, what happened? The piston in the slave cylinder, which has a larger area of cross section than the area of cross section of master cylinder, also push in forward direction. For what reason? To maintain the volume of oil piston. Now whatever the force that is transferred from this master cylinder to the slave cylinder, because of which the piston of that slave cylinder pushes the friction pad, which is called as the brake pads, against the rotating wheel, against the rotating disc, which is connected to the wheel. Now because of this friction pads that are opposes the motion of the wheel of the vehicles, that is slow down or stop. So here by applying the force F1 to the master cylinder, whatever the force applied here on that master cylinder, that is the F1. So pressure created here, which is given by, that is P equal to F1 by A1. Now this pressure is equally transmitted to these 4 slave cylinders, because of which the piston of that 4 slave cylinders that experience the force which is considered as F2. Now here the same pressure that will be transmitted. That's why if we consider P equal to F2A2, right here, therefore F2 equal to what? P into A2. Just put the value of P, that is F1 A1. So here we can write F2 equal to F1 in bracket A2 by A1. It means by applying the small force on a brake pedal of master cylinder, we are exerting a large force on the piston of slave cylinder, and whatever the force generated on the piston of slave cylinder, that pushes the brake pads. And what is the function of that brake pads? To hold that rotating disc which is connected to the wheel, which decreases the speed of that rotating wheel, and obviously our vehicle that gets slowed down or stopped. This is how the hydraulic brake system works.